Sunday, the place to be every Sunday. Come on in with your questions. Welcome to all of you that are new. For those of you who are new, this is a place to be every Sunday. It's about the questions. It's about the topics that are raised. Sometimes people private message me. Sometimes people put them right here on Ask Susan Facebook. Hey, Michelle. So just waiting for the algorithms to kick in before we get in. And if you have a friend that needs to be on this call, tag them. Tell them to come on in. A little housekeeping for those of you who, hey Rodney, for those of you who apply, hey Lulu, to be a member of the Ask Susan group, that's who we be. The reason why I ask you the questions for some information is not because I'm nosy. I am. Also because I want to make sure that there are no robots, that there are no scammers. Hey, Tessa. So if you don't fill in that information, or if you have a friend that says, I applied to be on with Ask Susan and she's not letting me in. Hey, Patricia. Hey, Martine. It's because you really need to fill in those questions. Right? There's so many scammers out there. There's so many hackers. I'm not letting you into this group. Right? I honor you. I cherish you. So if you've nominated somebody to be in and they say, oh, Susan hasn't approved of us, just making it clear, please fill in the information. Okay? They're easy questions, not hard. Again, just because it's about honoring you and the space that we all have together. It's a private group. Nobody gets in unless I say so. So how does it get any better than that? And we are growing. Hey, Patricia, tell us where you're from. We have an international group here. And tell us where you're from. So the question, hey, Laura, welcome. Just doing that. The question that came in this week, and I love it when you write me. Either private message me or put it right here on Facebook or write to Susan at susanlazarhart.com. Hey, Diana. Hey, Dwayne. Just wanted to hear your voice and see you. Awesome. Yay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So grateful, really, especially in these times where people are at home, people are isolated. Let's reach out. That's why I created the Magic series, right? It's a way for us to actually create with magic. We're going into our third in this series. Don't know how long it's going to be. It's just something I'm playing with you about. If you have a question on magic, write me. Right? That's how we roll. Let's celebrate what's good. Absolutely. Deborah says, thank you. So this is a celebration. Thank you, Lulu. This is, Ask Susan is a celebration. It's a celebration of us gathering together, right? Just being totally present with each other. So the question that came in today, hey, Jignesh, how are you? The question that came in today that we're playing with is, last Sunday, somebody wrote me and said, did you say clearings don't work? No. What I'd like to introduce you to today is, yes, there are clearings. Yes, there are mantras. Yes, there are meditations. Yes, there is tapping. There's also something new I've just been learning about dividing ourselves into numerical particles. Everything is wonderful. It's a resource, not a source, right? So if you go to, I just need a clearing, or I just need a mantra, or right, you're already, need means lack. So you're already in lack. Now, I certainly work with my clients. I channel, we play with mantras, we play with all kinds of things. It's about being present, hey Rosanna, with what is, right? So you can clear till the cows come home. It's about, are you willing to be the energy that creates greater? It's a choice, right? So again, I have all different kinds of sayings and things on, if you looked at my, I hope this doesn't make you dizzy. If you look at my billboard, there's all kinds of pictures that nurture me. There's all kinds of sayings. There's a mandala over here. Hey, Janie, resource, not a source. Absolutely love that. Hey, Lena. It's about you being the source of what creates, right? So again, there are a lot of people pushing courses right now, pushing mantras, pushing all kinds of things, right? And you're at home and you're the one that has choice. You have choice to turn on the internet. You have choice to turn on the news. You have choice to be present, right, with what is, and let the rest go. Leave the rest behind. So when we decide, oh, I'm going to run this clearing all night, whatever that is, the whole point of that is to change the way that you're receiving information. Right? Have you ever gone to a meditation and you're just like, oh, this just isn't working? Are you willing to be present with the information? Does the information work for you? You know, nobody ever asks that question. Does this actually work for me? Right? There's all kinds of free courses, and I'm always like change, pivot, upgrade my business when it's required, what's going on, talking with my business. And somebody that I know created a 5-day course on your business. Now, we don't really jive together, right? Okay, cool. Go beyond that, take an aerial view. What would this create with my business? And I realize she's actually not interested in the way that I create and what I'm creating. Doesn't mean change is not possible. There's just something there. And so I actually physically body tested. I took the first day and I'm like, And I'm like, okay, go beyond that. What information is here? Cool. And I was thinking about it walking the dog the next day, and I was like, truth, does this bring you joy? No. Okay. Is it something that's required to change? No. It just doesn't bring me joy. Working with this person the way she works, hey, Susie, just doesn't bring me joy, right? And it's like, oh, that felt so light. I can download her information. I got a big thumbs up on that, right? If it doesn't bring you joy, are you going to be really present with whatever it is you're asking to shift and change? You know, we all have different ways of learning. People relate and vibrate to what they're vibrationally compatible with, to what actually they're vibrationally, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a C word. Whatever that is. You know, what is your foundation? Right? Have you always learned in a different way? I've always learned in a different way. Some of you know that I was supposed to be put in the mentally challenged class in high school, right? I was put in solitary confinement in boarding school. I was told by my teachers and masters that I was schizophrenic. I have a different way of perceiving, knowing, and being with information, right? So when you're looking at a clearing or a mantra or whatever that is, does it match the vibration of where you want to be, what you're being now, and how you want to create? Ask that question, right? Don't fight against something. If you're fighting against something, there's information there for you and there's a clarity there for you. And I was like, oh, wow. So how many lifetimes have this person and I been lovers and fought? Okay, cool. Right? What if it's just, there's no judgment there. There's no judgment about, oh, I really should take this course because it's free and she's promising all of this. I know she's going to sell something after 5 days. That's cool. I don't have a point of view. But what I was willing to ask is, does this make the best use of my time here on this planet? Great question to ask, right? Does running this clearing, does whatever that is for you? Michelle, choosing for joy and peace is my priority more ever than... Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So for those of you, hey Maureen, who are new, this is not a dialogue or monologue. It's a conversation. Come on in with your questions. If I say, hey Gulshan, if I say anything that's not clear, I loved it that this person actually wrote me and said, could you give me some clarity here? You do whatever works for you, for your life, your living, for your business, that brings you joy, that gives you presence. You know, part of where we are right now is the willingness to take an aerial view of our lives, of our living, of our businesses, right? And say, okay, what would create the greatest amount of possibilities? And gratitude, 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 gratitude. I'm getting lots of hearts. I was so grateful for myself to be able to say, wow, does this bring me joy? No. Okay. So am I going in with an expectation or a projection of what this will create? Yes. Everywhere I'm making her the answer. Cool. Awesome. You see, that's the way we play, by being present. Somebody else asked me, what does being present mean? Well, here's a perfect example, right? No judgment. Just, oh, I wonder what else is out there for me. You know, I wonder, are you willing to be in wonderment instead of a decision, right? So, am I in the right wheelhouse? Give me a thumbs up or a heart or a question. It is Ask Susan. And let me know, because this is a very sacred space for a lot of people. Like, don't mess with my clearings, don't mess with my mantras or my meditations. You know, everybody has different ways of being present. The whole thing is we're receiving tons and tons and tons and tons of information all the time, right? Very few of us ask for clarity, right? Does this work for me? Will this create greater now and in the future? What I got a yes with taking this course will create greater. And what that greater was an acknowledgement of how I be and think and do and play. Right? And it's different. Not a wrongness, it's just different. Spot on, choose, Diane says. Yeah. Right? Choosing for joy. Hey, Marcy, welcome, welcome. So I hope this gives you a little bit of information. It's not about a to-do. Right? It's about who are you being? How would you like to create? It's about being really present with you right now. Is more imperative than ever before. It's always been imperative, right? It's more imperative than ever before because there's so much information coming in. It's so easy, right? To say, oh yeah, I need that. I have to have that. Whatever that is for you. Are you willing to be totally present and play? I find if I ask, like, I'll ask the universe, you know. Like this morning, walking the dog, I was asking for a download of specific information. And I turned on my phone while I was emptying the dishwasher, and I got this incredibly interesting interview with the scientist who's talking about the spiritual field. Some people call it your aura, some people call it your infinite being, whatever that is for you, whatever language is good for you, and then the body. And that we've been trained to be of the particulates of the body and not play with that field, that multidimensional field that we truly be. And it was just the information I required. I'm like, cool. I'm going to check out that scientist. Cool. Is there information for me here? Yeah. Is this what is this where I've always played? Absolutely. Cool. Now, how do I take that and channel it in so people can hear it? Right? Yay, I got lots of hearts on that. So, any questions, anything popping for people? We can keep this short and sweet. We could continue the conversation. Again, you know, there's like I have sayings. You can't. This is backwards. It says, "Live your life, smile." It brings me joy, right? Are you surrounding yourself with words, because every word has an energy that brings you joy, that opens you up to more? Or have you decided you have to be a certain way? Tessa, hey Yuria, welcome, darling. Choosing and asking for information rather than just clearing has been such a gift over the last few weeks. You're so welcome, Tessa. Yay. Thank you, Tessa. Anita, do you run loops for days and nights? Can you give some clarity on this, please? How do you shift by choosing? Okay, cool. I love that. I'm going to read that again. Thank you, Anita. Love this question. Do you run loops for days and nights? I used to. I was part of a modality that encouraged us to do that, and I realized there's we live in a world of polarity, right? There's two sides to every coin. And did it have me energetically aligning and agreeing with their point of view to such a degree that I couldn't hear anything else? Yeah, it did. Right. And as soon as I forgot to take the phone off the hook. I'll take it off now. As soon as I stopped that, for me, again, I can't answer for you, Anita. I can only give you information from my life and from where I've been playing from. And most of you know I play from a huge buffet of tools, right? Huge buffet of tools. I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that, been there, done that. Information, clarity, clarity, clarity. Now I work with my clients from a huge buffet of tools, right? So that's, does it work for you? That's cool. Just to change the way you think doesn't change anything unless you're willing to choose, right? I'm going to repeat that again. To run loops all the time, so that it changes the way you think, doesn't change anything if you're not choosing greater, if you're not choosing awareness, if you're not choosing clarity, right? Again, check in to what works for you and what doesn't work for you. As I say, I was just introduced to this new system of dividing, ourselves into particles and running numbers, and that was really cool. I'll give you more information on that later. That was very, very cool. That is brilliant, says Yuria. Thank you so much. So let me answer the second part of the question Anita asked. Can you give some clarity on this, please? How do you shift by choosing? It's choice. When you get up in the morning, do you have to pee? Do you choose to pee in the bed or pee in the toilet? Choice, right? I got up this morning, there was an earthquake in Montreal at around 3 o'clock. I was like, wow, that's interesting. I wonder what that is. Feels like an earthquake. Cool. Checking in with the planet. Okay, what's going on? Up at 7, making some tea and coffee for Ricky. Choice, walk the dog. Cool. It's my choice while Ricky sleeps, to walk the dog. It brings me joy. It just being outside, being with nature. Cool, coming back. What's required? Oh, I could empty the dishwasher while I'm listening to something on my phone. Choice. I wonder what that's all about. Choice. Oh, I'm listening to the scientists talk about stuff that I've known for years. Cool. Choice. Right? Make some breakfast. Choice. Be present. Choice. Shower. Choice. Scarf. Would you like to be on me today? Choice. That's being present with choice. Hey, Fazila. Let me know, Anita, if that rings for you and for everybody else who's been asking about that. Okay? We are choice. We don't not ever not choose. We don't ever not choose. That was a double, right? We choose all the time. So everywhere, cool, I just got an awareness. So everywhere you've decided choice is like this big thing. Would you be willing to let that go? Gratitude for the little choices are big choices, are little choices or big choices. There's no such thing as everywhere you've separated what choice is and isn't. Right? By moving my hands like this, it's a choice. I could be sitting on them. Choice, 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 choice. Anita says, thanks a lot. Rosanna gives me a heart and a thumbs up. It's just ringing for all of you. You're choosing all the time, right? Making tea or coffee, choice, right? Opening up your business, choice. Upgrading, choice. Leveling up, choice. Pivoting, choice. Staying the same, choice, right? I was like, I'm quote unquote feeling a bit funky today. I said that to myself, and I'm like, wow, who does that belong to? Choice. I could have bought into it and written you guys and said, I don't think I'm coming on as Susan today. Does that add more to my life? No, hell no. Does being with you add more to my life? Hell yeah. Choice, right? Choice, choice, choice. And then I was asking, so how many people are fed up? Oh, none of this is mine. I'm actually enjoying my life, living it to the fullest, creating. For me, creation, choice, right? Not creating is also a choice. Do you get that? Does everybody get that? Let me see a thumbs up. Not doing something is also a choice. Not being present is also a choice. You're present with not being present. Good. I got it. Yay, I got a thumbs up. Yeah. Right? So when we say, I've got to clear this, can you give me a clearing? Are you willing to shift and change? Right? Or are you going to go back to the same thing? Can you clear this entity? Are you going to pull that entity back in? Right? Can you do an energetic body process on me? Are you going to check to see that your shoulder is still messed up? Right? So when we go back to check, we bring back everything, because we live in all different dimensions at the same time. We bring back everything that we asked to clear, to have mantra on, to have energetic body work on. Because we've been taught, I need proof. So everywhere you're using clearings and mantras, oh, I'm getting all hot here, as a reason and justification for proof that something's going to work. Would you be willing to give that up? Oh, I'm getting lots of hearts and thumbs up. Yay, 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 yay. Hi, Anita. Hi, Frank. Welcome, welcome. I love you too, Frank. Sophie, welcome, welcome. There was a question here. Susie, would clearing the heaviness of the word isolation create more? Cool. So let's play with this, Susie. Thank you so much. Is isolation real? What does isolation mean to you? What do you mean to isolation? I'm in my office, the same office I've been in for like the last 18 years. And for the last 3 years, I've been playing with all my clients from this office, right? So the word isolation, I get what people are being asked to. They're being asked to have a distance between each other. But in today's world, it's impossible to be isolated, right? We have the capacity to go beyond. We have the capacity to actually transmute and transform and just play out there. And that's the interesting thing. We're not taught. We're taught to be part of this physical body. We're not taught to actually play, right? Let me know if this assists any of you. What if isolation wasn't heavy? See, when anything we create significance on becomes solid. And so the weight is heavy, right? Heavy isn't a dead end, by the way. Heavy is when something feels heavy. You say, oh, that feels so heavy. I know there's a modality that talks about heavy and light. There's a lot of them. When something's heavy, it doesn't mean it's a dead end. It means get some clarity, right? What's the clarity here? Like taking that course, that 5-day course. Was it heavy? No, it's fucking frustrating. And after the first hour, I'm like, okay, what part of this is light for you? How about some clarity here? Oh, how many lifetimes have we fought, this person and I? Okay, cool. Is now the time to be working with her? No. Okay, cool. Just like that. Great gratitude, gratitude, gratitude for the ability to be in the question and to be present, right? So Susie, let me know if that assists you at all, right? It's not about clearing the heaviness. It's about acknowledging what it is that you'd like to create, what it is you're asking to create, and what are you making significant. I'm grateful that the governments are telling people to be in isolation for whatever that means to people. And what if nothing was real and true? And what if everything was the opposite of what it appears to be? And nothing was the opposite of what it appears to be. What a cool distraction to tell people to isolate themselves rather than please stay at home and go and create. You know, there's so many cool things that are being created right now. Artists are gathering together. Musicians are gathering together. Right? I just noticed something called Outschool for those of you who have kids at home from kindergarten to grade 12 on the internet. Cool. Right? What if this was actually a way for you to be grateful for everything that we have been creating and how to change and shift that so it works with you and with your future, not for you and for your future. Cool, cool, cool. Let me know if this pops for you. Hey, Sanjira. Hi. Susie, we are infinite. Absolutely. Anita, I'm wondering what is the value of not choosing when it's not working for you and limiting you. Cool. I'm going to repeat this. Thank you, Anita. I wonder what's the value of not choosing. Okay, first of all, you're choosing not to choose. That's what cute, right? What's the value of not choosing what is not working for you and limiting you? Okay? It's a point of view that something... Oh, I got lots of hearts on that. Honey baby, you are an infinite being with infinite resources. You are the source, right? It's your point of view, how you look at the world. You know, I often say, get up here, take an aerial view of your world and your universe and what's playing and what's not working for you. you can change choice, right? So the value of not choosing is, look at me, I'm so valuable, I'm not choosing. Right? How old are you being? So, at what age did you realize that stamping your foot and saying, I don't know, would give you the attention, the validation, or would actually have people leaving you alone? Right? So how many people chose not choosing as a way to actually survive in their family, as a way to actually survive in their government, as a way to actually survive in the currency of where they lived and how they lived, right? What if not choosing was a choice that actually created greater for you? What if there was no limitation, right? We're in an era where we're being bombarded with choose this, buy this, clear this, here's a mantra, meditation app, go, 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 go. Whew. Right? So what would bring me joy today? I wonder what I could create. Would choosing this create greater or lesser? You see, there's no limitation. Limitation is a word that we bought from this reality, and it's a way for it to be controlled. I'm going to limit. Like when I was put in solitary confinement in boarding school, I thought that was so cool. I got my own room. Your point of view creates your reality. How you look at the world creates your reality. Right? And we all manipulate everything all the time. So, Anita, let me know how that rings for you. Susie says, me too. Beyonds are my favorite, says Sylvia. Anita says, at the age of 9. Yeah, cool. Gratitude. Again, we talk about gratitude almost every yes, Susan. Gratitude creates. Right? I wonder what's possible here. So much gratitude. Right? Let me know how this rings for you. Are we, is this, I always check in. Is this are we in the right wheelhouse? For those of you who have just popped in, we've had a really vigorous conversation with lots of questions popping in. I love that, and I'm so grateful for all of you. If you're watching this later, press #replay. If you're just popped in, please have a re-listen. Looking for your feedback always on where we want to go with these conversations and more. What else would you like to talk about? What kind of conversations would you like on Ask Susan? Just put them in the Ask Susan Facebook. I check in every day. Deborah, loving the conversation. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are looking for a little bit more, I had this idea of how can we reach out? So I'm offering a magic series on Thursday. It's my gift to you. What can we create together that's really pulling in the magic and letting go of the limitations? I wonder what that could create. It's short and sweet every Thursday. Come on in. Don't have to be alone. I'm here for you. I got your back. Okay, if there are no more questions, and if you feel the calling to work with me, I work with people all around the world in private coaching, just me and you. And if that's of interest to you, if you want to dig down and clear out what isn't working for you and create actually a world and life and living and business in which you have total confidence in who you be, what you be, and how you be. I know some of you are already working with me. Private message me and let's get a call in today. Let's get a call in this week. I wonder what that could create. Adore you all. If there are no more questions, I will love you and leave you. Live boldly, love greatly, love you greatly. Yeah. And be that fearless leader that you came here to be. Right? Tessa says, thank you. Great questions and conversation. You are so welcome. Jagnish, avoiding information. What can you share with that? Okay. I love that. It's and just as we're finished, Jagnish comes in with a question. Thank you so much. Hey, Carly. It's not about, ta-ta for now, says Diane. Jagnish, it's not about avoiding information. It's about being present. So that you're asking, really, is there anything here that's tugging? Is there anything here that's going to create more or less with my business? I always ask, will listening to this add to my life and living in business? That's a question I ask. I also ask when I find I'm going down a rabbit hole, is there something that I'm looking to be distracted from? Right? Am I distracting me from what I've set up for myself for this weekend with my business? Right? There's a huge difference between information and clarity. Right? Does this give me the clarity that I require? And then I'll ask myself, does this person even give a poop about what I'm creating and how I'm creating? No. Okay, cool. So everywhere you have a loyalty to information, you might ask, who does that belong to? And how much are you buying into this reality that tells you have to be aware of all the information coming in? You'll know. You'll know when to listen. You'll know what to receive. You know how to receive. Right? It's like, receiving can often be just have it wash right through you, or just step out and let it go over there. It's if you're willing to ask for clarity and information that you require, you'll get that information. Right? It's not about avoiding it. It's about being present with what turns you on, turns your business on, turns your body on. And also, are you willing to play in that sphere of the other dimensions that we've been talking about? Yeah. Super. Jignesh says thank you. All right. Mwah. I'd like to keep these short and sweet. I adore you all, and I will see you next Sunday. And for those of you who want to play on the Magic series, I'll see you on Thursday. Sign up for the newsletter, because that's where I put in all the information. I adore you all, and thank you. So grateful for you. Bye-bye.